Yo, so what go on people? So in this video we're gonna talk about car flipping. What are the pros and cons of car flipping? Is it something that's profitable? Is it something that you should get into? I'm Shaq and this is Car Talk. So today we're gonna be discussing car flipping. I buy and sell vehicles and we're gonna take a little journey along memory lane and we're gonna talk about some of the vehicles that we've bought in the last year and sold and how much money we've made along the way. So we're gonna start it off with this one. This is a Grand Vitara that we got for $280,000.
Said, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
But I'll let the person who got it back in the day tell you about it. So go ahead, bro. So I'll go outside when we have a Grand Vitara working with it. See me, I need this Grand Vitara, we'll buy this Grand Vitara for $280,000. $280,000. Yeah, van, we take off the wheel right there, but this is a van, it is a SUV, and it was majority working. It was working. You see what I mean? Come and look on the side of the vehicle. It looks pretty clean. Glasses are in order, body panels in order, headlights are in order. It's looking pretty good for just 200 and something thousand. You see me? It does have a body work mark right there, but that's just the least. And the interior is immaculate. We can't see good because of the sun, but we can see the dashboard and all of these things is pretty good. You see me? But the bad news about the vehicle, the very bad news about it. There's nothing in there because we took out the engine. So this is the engine. This bungle of stuff is the engine. You see what I deal with. So as we can show, let me try to show you. Me have to tell you the truth, we have never done anything like this. Me have never do anything like this. Me know about car, but we just never. Me have never actually pulled down the inside of the car, like taking out the piston and all these things. Like this is really in depth. Like most mechanics, everybody when we go to them are gonna say, yo, let's buy an engine. Most mechanics said they could not rebuild that engine. That engine is beyond repair. So we bought it with the hopes that we could fix it. And somehow successfully we did it. We managed to fix the vehicle with the original engine. We've got that vehicle up and running, and it cost us in parts roughly about $50,000.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Machine shop labor was included in that, but no physical labor from me is included in that math. So it was roughly about $50,000 and we got the vehicle up and running. So how the vehicle was really nice. We ended up driving that vehicle for roughly about 4 months as a daily job, just driving the vehicle. It was very fun and a very nice vehicle. We ended up deciding that, hey, let's get into this car flipping business. We decided to sell that vehicle. So we sold that vehicle and we got $680,000 for that vehicle. So that was like crazy. Like we got $680,000 for a vehicle that we paid $280,000 for. So with that $680,000, we managed to repay the initial loan that was $280,000 that was loaned to us to get the business up and running, and we did it. We paid it back, and that left us with $400,000. But if you remember, we spent $50,000, or at least roughly about $50,000 in parts, so that will leave us with actually somewhere around $350,000 in profit. So I think that's pretty good for someone starting out with $0. But anyways, our next vehicle was a Nissan Bluebird Sylphy. That Nissan looked really good. Now today we have another video for you. So we have something exciting. I want to show you what we are going to do in this one. You see me? So we have bought this. You see me? I did. So we'll buy this vehicle. Comment in the comment section how much you think we pay for the vehicle. But we'll buy this vehicle and I'm going to show you it first, and then tell me what you think about the vehicle. So you could check it out here on our channel. We did a video on it when we got it and got it repaired there. So go check it out if you're interested in seeing that Bluebird. But yeah, that was a beautiful looking Bluebird. It looked so good. I'm so amazed at how much we got it for. We got it for $200,000 flat.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
Like flat. So we bought the vehicle and it had a blown head gasket, and when we checked it out and really looked into it, we saw that the person attempted, at least brought it to a mechanic, and they attempted to get that engine repaired, but somehow mechanic that was on the job at that time did not repair properly, so they had the same problem and they finally gave up and decided to sell it. So when we got it, we just had to redo the process and actually do it correctly for it to work, and it did work successfully. And that vehicle was roughly about $20,000 in parts. Like, it was crazy cheap to get that vehicle up and running. The head gasket was cheap, carry it to the machine shop was cheap, it was pretty cheap, and it was not a very hard engine to work on. So that vehicle was cost $200,000 and another $20,000 in parts. But we managed to sell that vehicle for
$410,000.
Like, not that big of a profit, but we call it a day because at the end of the day we sold that vehicle to a dealership and they needed to make money on the sale as well. So even though they bought the vehicle, they were planning to resell the vehicle and they had to make money, so they could not pay us a great profit on the vehicle. So let's just move on to the next one, and our next one is a 2010 Honda Accord. This one is a CU2, and we bought this vehicle damaged. We bought this vehicle with couldn't run, couldn't start. It had a hit on the side of the vehicle, and it needed to body work and respray. Even now, sometimes I beat myself up thinking about how much I spent on that vehicle. Like, why would I buy a vehicle for $450,000 that didn't run? That didn't, but anyways, after we bought the vehicle $450,000, we got it here and we tried to get the vehicle running, but I did not know at the time that, hey, that vehicle was a diesel vehicle.
Stop it. Get some help.
I did not know how to work on diesel vehicle at that time, so because of that I tried to sell the vehicle as it is without repairing it. But someone offered us a Nissan Bluebird Sylphy and $100,000 for it.
Yes! 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 Yes!
A Nissan Bluebird Sylphy, exactly like the one we had before, but black. I thought that was a pretty good offer, so I decided to take that offer. So I gave the Honda Accord CU2 to that person for $100,000 and that Bluebird Sylphy. That Bluebird Sylphy also was in pretty good condition. It had rims, it was fully working, AC work, front end was pretty solid. It was like a pretty good working vehicle.
Nice.
So I think we got a good deal on that one, and we ended up selling that Nissan Bluebird for $380,000. So if you do the math, we did not really make much of a profit on that Honda Accord because we bought that Honda Accord for $450,000. We got $150,000 plus a Nissan Bluebird, and we sold that Nissan Bluebird for $380,000. So if you put that together, that's actually $480,000. So we only made like $30,000 on that entire process.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
30,000, bro. But let's move on to the next one. So we actually bought a Nissan AD Wagon. We bought a Nissan AD Wagon for the unbelievable price of $70,000. Like,
So we bought this 2012 Nissan AD Wagon for $70,000. Originally we bought this vehicle for parts. Like, could you believe it? We bought this entire thing for $70,000. I didn't think it could work, but at the end of the day, the person said it couldn't drive, it couldn't start, they couldn't figure out what's wrong with it, and we got it started. We literally just drove it in the yard on these flat tires. The wrecker left it out at the gate right there, and we just got it to work. Like, we found the ignition problem, it was some electrical issue, and we actually got it to work. So now it is a starting and driving vehicle. Actually, most things seem to work so far. I haven't even gotten a chance to go through the entire thing. We have the bumper for the vehicle in the trunk right here, but I'm just showing you how dirty and how long the person had this vehicle just sitting in their yard like that. Oh my gosh, we can't believe we got a deal like this. So I'm gonna wash it and I'm gonna show you how it looks when it's finished.
you would think that that AD Wagon would be the worst AD Wagon, but I believe you me, that AD Wagon was in pretty good condition. For whatever reason, the owner could not get that vehicle to start. He brought it to mechanics and they couldn't get it to start, so he left it there. He left it there for years, roughly about 8 years, just parked. It had grass growing on it. It looked pretty terrible. As you can see, it was pretty beaten up. It looked pretty, you know, but we ended up buying the vehicle, and within the same day finding the problem on the vehicle and fixing the problem on the vehicle at no cost. Like, we just solved the problem, fixed it. It was an ignition problem, and we fixed it the same day. So we ended up selling that vehicle to someone that actually needed it. So we didn't charge them as much for that vehicle. We sold that vehicle for $150,000.
You don't come from planet Earth.
But again, we bought the vehicle for $70,000, and you know, I think that's a pretty okay thing to do. At the end of the day, we're helping someone with that sale. So we sold it for $150,000, and let's move on to the next one. And the next one is a black Honda CL7. That black Honda CL7 brought us through the ringer. So we bought that black Honda. With the intention that, hey, it had an electrical issue. When upon buying the vehicle, we were told, hey, it had an electrical issue, it couldn't be started or couldn't work. So we bought that vehicle, and after diagnosing the vehicle, we realized that the entire engine was destroyed completely.
No! God, please, no! No!
The owner ended up lying to us. We did not know that the engine was completely destroyed beyond repair. So we contacted the owner, and after some back and forth, they decided to compensate us for a new engine. So they gave us $85,000, and we decided that, hey, we didn't even want to work on that vehicle anymore. We didn't even want to touch it. So we decided to sell that vehicle as it is with a damaged engine, but at least we listed that the vehicle engine was completely damaged, and we sold that vehicle for $150,000. And you would say,
boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
For $150,000. So again, we bought the vehicle for $250,000, and we were tricked into believing that it had an electrical issue, whereas it had a mechanical issue. So we ended up selling that vehicle for $150,000. But as I said, we contacted the owner, and the owner decided, hey, let's give you back $85,000, the cost of an engine at the time. So we got $85,000 plus $150,000 for the vehicle. I did something smart. I took the rims off the vehicle when I was selling it. I told the potential buyer at that time that, hey, I'm selling the vehicle without the rims. So if you're buying the vehicle, you could buy it without the rims. And again, the vehicle had engine damage, and they were so ecstatic that they really liked those vehicles. And they were, I don't know, maybe they had a project car or something, but they bought the vehicle without the rims for $150,000, and we got $85,000 off the previous owner, and we sold those rims for $55,000 and another set of rims. And what I mean by that is the person who was buying the rims from me decided that, hey, I'll give you my old rims plus $50,000 for your rims. So I ended up getting another set of rims and $50,000. So we took an L on that one, but we managed to recoup at least the initial funds and a little bit over. So let's move on to the next one. And the next one is something that you all know. We did a video on our channel there. Go check it out if you're interested. But we bought another Vitara, another Grand Vitara, and actually the same color. Closer look at the vehicle before me start pulling it down. You see what I did? So this is a nice looking Vitara. As I said, it's a little bit lighter shade than the vehicle that we had before, and the headlight on the vehicle is a little bit faded, but a little buff and a polish would bring that back. You see me, the side of the vehicle looking good, no signs of damages there, and the tire on the vehicle is pretty good, like 50% me that's in at the front and like 80% in at the back. You see me? So yes man, the vehicle is looking good, no signs of damages. The vehicle is clean, and yes man, the side of the vehicle here looking good, no signs of damages there. You see what I did? It have a small scrape right there, so, but again, these are like really small cosmetic things where you don't really worry yourself about. You see what I did? So yes man, the other side of the vehicle here looking pretty good, no signs of damages there. Paint is looking good. Again, there's a scuff mark from the shown earlier is right there. You see me I did? Not a real major thing, but again, looking pretty good. You see what I did with? So again, this vehicle was only 300,000, man, and you know how it goes, so maybe we can fix it. So the interior of the vehicle here looking good. So we bought two red Grand Vitaras. I don't know how, but we somehow got two red Vitaras. Again, the vehicle is a red Suzuki Grand Vitara that looks familiar, look exactly like the one we had in the beginning. but believe you me, it's different. So we bought this Grand Vitara. Again, you could check out the video over there if you're interested, but we bought this Grand Vitara for $300,000, and we ended up selling that Grand Vitara for $730,000.
Damn!
That was like the biggest sale we've ever done. $730,000, and actually it only cost roughly about $30,000 in parts to fix that vehicle in machine shop. Again, similar to the first one, that's roughly about what it cost to fix that one. So if you do the math, you would know that again we made $400,000 in profit alone. Like that one was. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one is another one that you are familiar on the channel. If you follow the channel or if you want to check it out, is the Audi A4. So we bought that Audi A4 for $500,000.
Yo, so here we have a 2011 Audi A4. You see what I did? This is what I want to go for because we come we are country for this. Right now, country they are look on this, but I'm showing you what I want. So the side of the vehicle looking pretty good. You can see I'm put on a side skirting right there looking good. You see me, I did the back here of the vehicle here looking pretty good as well. You can see them put on a spoiler right there, so looking super good. Yes, might actually fit the vehicle. The vehicle just looking really stock, really clean. You see what I deal with. So again, not out of the usual on the side here. Here looking pretty clean.
We just bought that same time we saw it, we checked it in the video there. You could check it out if you're interested. We checked everything on it and we just bought it. So we bought it for $500,000, and within the same day, someone offered us, hey, I'll give you $650 for it.
Yeah, boy.
So what am I to do? So I decided, hey, I'm gonna take that offer because again, we only paid $500,000 for it. Now we are making $150,000 without even doing anything. But after some negotiation, the person eventually just paid us $630,000 for that Audi. But again, we did no work on it. It cost us nothing more than the gas to get it here. Next one on our list is another one that you are familiar with. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's our Nissan Tiana. So we bought that Nissan Tiana for $310,000.
Okay, so here we have a 2011 Nissan Tiana. You see me, I did the person list this vehicle selling for $450,000. Somebody decided to take a look. You see me, but straight up you can see this vehicle look like it has been parked for a while. When I mean a while, I mean a while. You see me, we can see the paint looking relatively okay, but we can see be a dirt mark all over the paint. You see me, the headlight on the vehicle is tinted, but you can see yo, it's been there for a while. Also, you can look at the wheels. If you look at the wheels, you can see yo, this don't look like this has been moved in a long time. Watermark or paint mark all over, dirt mark all over the side there looking.
You would think that, hey, that would have been the easiest work given that it's a Nissan, but I believe you me, that's the hardest job I've ever done on a car. I mean the hardest physical labor I had to do on a car. We had to replace the entire engine on that vehicle. So we did that deep dive in that video right there. You could check it out if you're interested. Again, we bought that vehicle for $310,000. It cost us $147,000 in expenses in buying a new engine, in the parts to get it up and running. It cost us $140,000. So but after we got it up and running, we decided to sell that vehicle, and someone bought that vehicle for $560,000. So if you do the maths, you know that we made roughly around $103,000 in profit. So that leaves us to where we are at now. We bought a Toyota Isis for $500,000. So how much money do you think we've made? Leave it in the comment section. We'll respond to your comment if you get it right. Also, do you think it is worth it? This entire process spanned over a year. You see what I mean? This is all the car we bought in the past year. So do you think it's worth it to do all these work for this amount of money? Comment in the comment section. I'm really interested to hear you guys' thoughts. Also, drop a like, brother, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because this is what you used to know if you guys like this type of content. And if you don't want to see more of this type of content, comment in the comment section and I'll drop it. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.